The whole idea is to work with small amps, like maybe a 2x12 or a 1x12, something like that, or a combo amp sitting on the floor. And this bounces the sound up at the player so they can hear what it sounds like as if they had the amp right in front of them at ear level instead of down on the floor and with all the treble going to their feet. So I can understand that, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna unbox this. I've got a Harley Benton 2x12 I can try this out on, and I'm gonna test it out and see what the difference is and just hear how big of a difference it is to my ear. Anyway, now if you're a gigging musician, this might be an extremely cool alternative to bringing along a second cabinet or a stand for your amp or something like that. Just this, it's fairly lightweight, and it definitely beats hauling around another speaker cab. So let's see what we get here. What do we get here? Got a couple stickers. Comes in a little bag. That's kind of nice. Well, this is kind of neat. Little elastic band. Open it up. Let's see what we get. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I got it assembled now, and this is it. This sits in front of the cab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cab in here, and I'm just going to kind of try it in front, with and without, and see how big of a difference it really makes. And if it does augment your sound and makes life a little bit easier, that kind of thing. I gotta say, it's pretty cool. It doesn't weigh very much. Yeah, you just slide this in like so. This is how it faces your amp, and you're good to go. Now, this slides in here pretty simply. I mean, you just put it in place. The great thing is you still got room for a 57 if you're just miking up a 1x12. If you got a 2x12 like this, move the mic to the other speaker, and you're really all set. But yeah, for a 1x12, you should totally be able to get by. I mean, like, you'd always just pull it out just a hair, and it should do the trick fine. Now, I've had this sitting on my floor here in the control room in the studio for a good 10 days or so. And yeah, I gotta say, it's kind of neat. It's super lightweight. It just folds up really easy for after the gig for easy transport. That's great. Throw it in place. And the thing is, you don't notice it unless you take it away and then you go, wow, what happened to my top end? Seriously, I kind of get it now. It seems bizarre. It really does. It's just like, it's a piece of plexiglass with some hinges, but it really does something, and that's provides you with audible listenability, especially if you're at a band practice. So you can leave your 1x12 or your 2x12 on the floor. You don't have to tilt it back, and it just spreads the sound all over the place so you can hear yourself better. Now, what's most important here is that not only you are going to hear yourself, your bandmates are going to be able to hear you too. Your drummer's finally going to be able to hear you. Same with the other guys in your band. It just works great for throwing the sound all over the place. And another great thing is, especially if you're playing 1x12s, is you're not going to quite get that beaming effect, whereas you stand directly in front of it, it's going to tear your head off. This disperses the sound into a much more even spread all over the place. It's a very cool effect. As for actually miking it up in the room, I don't know if that's going to do that much good, because if I put a distant mic up, it's still going to sound pretty crappy either way. I mean, like, that's why we close mic guitars, and close mic kind of, again, doesn't defeat the purpose. Okay, just to show you guys what's going on here, I've set up a microphone in roughly the same position where my ear would be when I'm listening to a 2x12 at a distance. It's not going to be the greatest tone in the world, that's for sure. That's why we close mic amps when we're recording, because it's a very thin and hollow sound. But I just want to show you guys what's going on with the dispersion when we put the ToneShield in place in front of this Harley Benton. So yeah, let's play a riff here, and I can show you a before and after. Okay, now let's put the ToneShield in place. And this is going to be deflecting a lot more of the sound towards the mic. Pretty interesting stuff. I think it's more of a case of you don't really notice it when it's there, but if somebody takes it away, you sure are going to notice. And like I said, it just kind of spreads the sound around the room in a whole much more pleasant way, and it's not quite such a beaming effect, which I think is fucking great. So once again, we'll do the same riff with the ToneShield in place, then we'll take it away. Taking it away. Now, even from where I'm sitting, I'm noticing a massive shift in the top end, and it's definitely a lot more pleasant with this in place, believe it or not. Again, the 2x12 is just pointed nowhere near where my ear is. So this is actually pretty freaking cool. The fact that it folds down and you can just toss it into your guitar case or gig bag or whatever after a show is pretty cool. All right, so that's the ToneShield. This is actually kind of neat. I've been playing with it for the last week or so, and yeah, it actually does work. It's more of a case of, you know, you don't realize it's there, but you're sure gonna notice when it's not there. If you're in a band rehearsal space, or you're playing small clubs with small stages and you don't have a huge PA or anything like that, or just don't want that beaming effect, yeah, this is actually a real practical working solution. It's kind of delicate though, so, you know, try and keep it away from the drummer and make sure he doesn't break it, trying to fold it up. But I mean, it's really that simple to pack up. This can go in your guitar case or gig bag or what have you. And the weight, it's, I don't know, it's got a little bit of weight, but doesn't weigh as much as a 4x12, that's for sure. So if you're gigging a lot and you want to just get stuff up and rolling, this might actually be worth taking a look at. Bear in mind, it's a piece of plastic and wood, and it's a few bucks. So all those guys who are going, oh, Glenn, you're selling a piece of plastic for a couple $100. Well, I'm making sure you guys are clearly informed on the cost on this thing. It's definitely not the cheapest piece of plastic I've ever come across, but it's well thought out and it actually serves a purpose. So once again, the question comes up, is the juice worth the squeeze? And in this case, I think it really depends on the player and your situation. If you're a home recording guy and you're not playing a lot of band practices or small gigs or anything like that, probably not. If you're a guy who's got a great big 4x12 with, you know, an angled cab and all that kind of shit, probably not. But if you're a guy with a combo amp or even a Harley Benton 2x12 or 1x12 like that, and you don't have a stand to put that in, yeah, this might actually be a really practical solution. And if you do have a 2x12 and you've got it in a stand and you notice a beaming effect and it kind of tears your head off when you walk past it a certain way, yeah, this probably is exactly what you're looking for. Name of the website is ToneShield.com. I'll have a link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. And yeah, check them out. It's actually kind of cool.